Hi, my name is Manatee, and today I'm going to be talking about the HOKC Avatar. The brand is Knox. It's a Russian brand. It's spelled HOKS, but pronounced Knox. I'm going to read you the Amazon description. It says Knox Avatar-M. It's model 334189404. It says pocket knife, EDC knife by official dealer. Designed by Russian master Alexander Buryukov. Liner lock, G10 handle, innovative opening mechanism, ball bearing pivot, comfortable pocket clip, long and durable AUS-8 stainless steel. Satin finish, ideal for camping and hunting. I don't consider this a camping and hunting knife. I consider this more a pocket fighting folder. This knife is 12 1/4 inches overall, a 5 3/4 inch blade with a 6 1/2 inch handle. So it's a big knife. It's a very big knife. I wouldn't consider this. You could use this for camping and hunting, for certain tasks and stuff, but I don't consider it that. It's it seems like a lot of these knives, they on Amazon, they all put camping and hunting. They can't put I guess they can't really maybe say that it's a fighting knife or a self-defense knife. I'm not sure, but they all seem to say camping and hunting. I just got this today, so I don't have a long time with it. I'll show you real quick. I'll compare this to the cold steel Ti-Lite. This is a cold steel Ti-Lite with a 6 inch blade. This is the Avatar with a 5 3/4 inch blade. So similar size, similar use, similar function. I would use these both for the same tasks, self-defense. There's some writing and a logo. I don't know. It doesn't seem to show up very well. It's not black. It's more like a copper or a bronze color. The logo and the name of the blade. And on this side, there's a little bit more. There's some Russian writing and AUS-8. You got the fuller here with the hole in it. This is the knife closed. You got textured G10, really nice G10, really well textured. You got this little hump here. This is the innovative opening mechanism, and I saw another write-up on it where it said like assisted opening. It's not spring assist. You push this down, and all it does is push the blade out. And you can flick it open. And you can use this hole in the fuller. It's kind of awkward to open for me. I have extra large hands. This is a thin, narrow knife. The blade is about 1 1/4 inches wide, tall. It's a good sized blade, 5 3/4 inches long, about 1 1/4 inches tall. It does open well. It's just doing it on camera. It's kind of awkward. I just got this knife today. I do use the hole to open it, but you have this long fuller. It's got good lockup. The blade, there's no wiggle, side to side, up and down. Great lockup. Has a lanyard hole. The pocket clip. The pocket clip does not have a lot of room in it. I don't know how well you can see that. There's not a lot of room between the handle scale and the pocket clip. And this pocket clip is sculpted. They I kind of call it, I think, the rock pattern almost, sort of. It's not quite the rock, but it's sort of similar. I haven't put this into a pair of Carhartts, but I did put this in my shirt pocket on this Carhartt shirt. And it was tight to get in, and it was hard to pull out. This pocket clip is tight. You might need to adjust it. I haven't tried it on a pair of pants. Pants are a little stiffer. It might come out easier, but with this texturing, the pocket clip really seemed to grip the material on the t-shirt. But that's just a t-shirt. It could be completely different on a pair of pants. It has a decorative pivot. It's kind of nice. It's a flathead pivot. You don't see that very often. This is kind of a funny knife. This is a flathead screw. And then you got this screw back here. These two, this little flathead and this Torx screw here, they just hold the scales on. That's all they're there for. And then you have the little ones along the bottom. Those are probably number 6 Torx holding the frame together. Got a little bit of cutout here. You got some jimping for the reverse grip. It's a well-made knife. I'm very happy with it. Some jimping here on the back of the blade. You've got this. This is your blade stop when it's open. The stop pin. That's for the stop pin. A solid lockup. Really good lockup. The liner lock. It's a liner lock. Let's see if you can see in there. It has steel liners, so the blade, this knife has some weight to it. There's a lot of steel liners on both sides. The whole back is steel. I would have loved this if it was a liner lock. I mean, not a liner lock. Oh gosh, I forget what you call it now. That's amazing. But this is a liner lock, and I'm not a huge fan of liner locks for the back lock, but it's a good knife. I'm glad I bought it. Really well made. It's a Russian company, I believe, that had them made in China. The box, I'll show you the box real quick. There's HOKC, which is pronounced Knox. They have a website. www. Russia. I'm gonna have to double check. Get my glasses on. I did go to the website. It's a good website, nice website. So it's www.noxknives.ru. So noks knives.ru. Everything on the back of the box is in Russian. It does say somewhere right around here, Nanjing, China. So I believe it's a Russian company having their knives made in China. I read a comment where someone said that these were knockoffs. I don't know that for a fact. I have no idea. But if you go to the Russian website, noxknives.ru, which I did do. I Googled it. It comes, when you Google it, there's 2 options. I clicked on the first one. It said it wasn't a secure site, so I didn't enter it. The second option brought up the website. Very nice website, all in Russian. Russian ruble money, whatever it is. They have a lot of folding knives, and they have a bunch of fixed blade knives. They have 6 versions of this. It's really just 3 versions of this knife. You got the black G10 with the satin blade. You got the black G10 with red liners with a black blade. And then I can't remember if the third option was a black blade or satin blade, black handles, but there were some cutouts, maybe to lighten it. There were some cutouts in the handle. And then the other 3 versions are the same knives, but they sell them with a G10 belt holster. That, you put this in the belt holster, covers about 2 inches, probably covers it up to about here. So you can have that in a belt holster. Originally, these came with belt sheaths, little pouches. They've changed this model quite a bit, not a lot. I mean, it's still the same blade, pretty much the same handle. Originally, it didn't have the hole here, and it didn't have the opening, the assisted opening thing, the opening mechanism. That wasn't there either. So it's changed. And it used to have a plate. There was a plate on it, like kind of looked like a thumb plate from cold steel, but it was all the way back here on the very back of this, which was really, I think it was just a blade stop against the frame here. Now they use a stop pin. So, but great lockup, no side to side, no wiggle up and down, very solid lockup. Very happy with the knife, really well made. The only negative is the detent that keeps it closed is a little weak. There is a little wiggle here, and someone else mentioned that in their video, that the detent wasn't very tight. I think they do that on purpose, possibly. I'm not sure. It could just be poor design. I mean, it holds it pretty well. It's not gonna just flop open, but you can flick it open. There we go. I got it to flick open. If you do it hard enough, just like a lot of the large cold steel folders, you can flick them open without
power on, auxiliary in,
using the thumb stud or anything. That was my speaker turning on. But yeah, this is a great knife. $68.90 on Amazon. 12 1/4 inches overall. Very big knife. 5 3/4 inch blade with a 6 1/2 inch handle. Very happy with it. Razor sharp, very pointy. Seems to be really well made. The only thing is that pocket detent. Now, with the detent, it is a little loose, but if you put it in your pocket, this is good. If you put this in your right pocket, this will be against the very edge of the pocket. It's not going to open. So when you put your hand in your pocket, you're not going to get poked by it, as long as it's on the right side of your pocket. If you put it all the way to the left side of your pocket on your right side, this could open, and boy, you're going to get cut bad. If you put this in your left pocket, on the very left side of your left pocket, that would be bad too. Especially with this little push detent thing that could open it in your pocket. But it is kind of designed for a right hand carry. So as long as you carry it in your right pocket, you're going to be pretty safe. Otherwise, you'd have to carry it in a pouch or some other way. But it is a large knife. I consider this more a defensive knife, a fighting folder. You know, very similar to the cold steel Ti-Lite. They're just about, this is Ti-Lite 6-inch blade. You got this 5 3/4 inch blade. They're similar use knives. But this is really well made. I don't know the weight on it. It's not overly heavy. I noticed someone said, "Oh, it's kind of a heavy knife. They wouldn't carry it. It's heavy and large." It's large, yeah. If you don't like carrying large pocket knives, this is gonna be a problem. I consider this a gentleman's folding fighter. If you look at like the Vaquero, they're pretty much the same size, lengthwise. But this is narrower, so much narrower. Vaquero is huge, but you know, if you're familiar with the Vaquero, you got that recurve blade. You know, but if you compare it to the Ti-Lite, the Ti-Lite is a very tight package. So is this. But the Ti-Lite, I consider only a fighting knife. It's not really a... You could use it for EDC. You could use this for camping and hunting, just like it says for the Avatar, but I don't consider it that. You might consider it and use it. I mean, if the Ti-Lite's the only thing I had, I would use it for anything that I need it for, if that's the only knife I had. But this is a great knife, $68.90 on Amazon. I would buy this again. I'd love to get the black version with the black blade, the black handles, black blade with red liners. There might have been, I saw one, it could be older though. I thought there was kind of like a notch cut in the scales where you could see the red liner a little bit, but otherwise you would just see the red liner along the back. This is kind of, you see it's kind of a hollow there, but there is space between there. You can see light through it. I can see the light. You won't be able to see it, but it's a well-made knife. I'm very happy with it. If you're looking for a large folder, something different, something unique other than cold steel, there's not a lot of people making large folding knives. You know, you're not going to find a lot of 12 and a quarter inch long folding pocket knives around. It's 5 3/4 inch blade. I do like the knife a lot. Some jimping on the back here, jimping on the blade. So if you hold it in the reverse, you got that jimping there. When I first got it and opened it and closed it, I have some flipper knives that are liner locks. I'm used to doing the liner lock and letting the blade fall. I did that with this the first time I closed it, and it fell right on my thumb. Luckily, it fell on my thumbnail. This will, just like a lot of knives, it's just going to fall and cut your finger. So you got to be careful. You always have to be careful handling knives. But the G10 is nice, very textured, very grippy. It's an aggressive, but not overly aggressive. It gives you good grip. I really like this knife a lot. I'm glad I got it. They have another model called the Cougar. It's a little bit smaller. It's on Amazon. I do plan on buying that. And they also have a fixed blade that I'm interested in called the Jaguar. I plan on getting that. The Jaguar fixed blade for about $75. Really nice looking knife. I do plan on getting that. So yeah, if you're looking for a large folding knife, something different than what cold steel has, you might want to check this out. $68.90. Does have a lanyard hole. The lanyard hole is slightly blocked by the pocket clip. That pocket clip right there just slightly blocks the lanyard hole. Now you could still get a lanyard through there. You just stick it through, and you have to take something and possibly dig it out and get the lanyard through there. But I'm sure it could be done. I think this is a really good looking knife. Very sharp, very pointy. Real solid lockup. I'm very impressed with it. This is the first Knox knife I bought. I did read a comment on someone else's video on these knives, and they said that these were knockoffs. I do not know that for a fact. They might be knockoffs. This could be a clone. I do not know. But the Russian website looks real official, like they're the official company for this. The box, everything is in Russian, but you can read Nanjing, and that's in China. So just like other companies having their knives made in China, maybe a Russian company is having their knives made in China. I don't know if this is a clone, a knockoff. I don't know. But it is very high quality. So if you're worried about buying a clone, you might want to research it a little and see if you're buying a Russian designed clone. I kind of think that it's not a clone, but I don't know for a fact. That's something you would have to research. But they have the website. They make a lot. They have a lot of knives, a lot of folding knives, and a lot of fixed blades. So if you're interested, check it out. It's Amazon, $68.90. The Knox Avatar. It's spelled HOKC, but pronounced Knox. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.